Hi guys! In this video, we're gonna explain about fraction to accomplish our final task of mathematics computation for school subject. But before we start, let me introduce my group. We are from group 6 and it has 3 members, Washilah, Wahdiah, Ramadhani, Masyita Balqis, and Adea Nurjuwita. We are from International Class Program of Mathematics Education 2017, Department of Mathematics, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Science, Universitas Negeri Makassar. Without any further ado, let's move to the topic. The part of fraction that will be explained are definition, types of fractions, and operations of fraction.
Definition of fraction. Fraction is a number expressed in the form a over b with a and b are elements of real numbers, and b is not equals to 0. A is scaled as the numerator and b is scaled as the denominator. Types of fraction. We call a fraction as a proper fraction if the numerator is smaller than the denominator. A proper fraction exists in the interval 0 to 1 except 1. For example, 1 over 4, 2 over 5, 9 over 10, and so on. If the numerator is greater than or equal to the radical for denominator, the fraction is said to be an improper fraction. An improper fraction exists in the interval x greater than or equal to 1. For example, 4 over 3, 7 over 5, 11 over 4, and so on. Mixed fraction. A mixed fraction consists of a whole number plus a fraction. For example, 2 times 1 over 3, 1 times 1 over 4, 3 times 2 over 5, and so on.
Before we move to the operations of fraction, first we have to know what is equivalent fraction. We say that two fractions are equivalent if they mark the same point on the number line. For example, if we mark 1 over 2 and 3 over 6 on a number line, then we mark in the same point. So, that is 1 over 2 and 3 over 6 are equivalent. Starting with fraction, the fraction obtained by multiplying its numerator and the denominator by the same whole number are equivalent. For example, 4 over 3 equals 4 times 5 over 3 times 5 equals 20 over 15. It means 4 over 3 and 20 over 15 are equivalent. Starting with fraction, the fraction obtained by dividing its numerator and the denominator by the same whole number are equivalent. For example, 20 over 15 equals 20 divided by 5 over 15 divided by 5 equals 4 over 3. So, 20 over 15 and 4 over 3 are equivalent. The formula of fractions addition is a over b plus c over d. Addition of fraction is straightforward if the denominators are the same. It means b and d are the same. But when the denominators are different, we use equivalent fraction to express fraction using least common multiple of b and d. So, a over b plus c over d equals e divided by b times a over e plus e divided by d times c over e, where e is the least common multiple of b and d. For example, 3 over 4 plus 1 over 6 equals 9 over 12 plus 2 over 12, where 12 is the least common multiple of 4 and 6. So the result is 11 over 12. The formula of subtraction of fraction is a over b minus c over d. Subtraction of fraction uses similar ideas to fractions addition. If the denominators of the two fractions are equal, subtraction is straightforward. But When the denominators are not equal, we use equivalent fraction to find the least common multiple. So, a over b minus c over d equals e divided by b times a over e minus e divided by d times c over e, where e is the least common multiple of b and d. For example, 3 over 4 minus 1 over 5 equals 15 over 20 minus 4 over 20, where 20 is the least common multiple of 4 and 5. So the result is 11 over 20.
Let's learn about multiplication of two fractions. To multiply two fractions, you first multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. If the product needs to be written in simplest form, you can divide both the numerator and the denominator by their greatest common factor. For example, 1 over 2 times 2 over 3. The product is 1 times 2 over 2 times 3 equal to 2 over 6, or in a simplest form, 1 over 3. What about multiplying fraction and whole number? You can rewrite the whole number as a fraction and multiply the two fractions. Just imagine that you want to multiplying 2 over 3 and 2. It means that you have to multiply 2 over 3 by 2 over 1, and the product will be 4 over 3. Next, we will learn about the division of two fractions. Before we learn how to divide fractions, you have to know about reciprocals. Reciprocals are two fractions whose product is 1. For example, 2 over 3 and 3 over 2 are reciprocals because if we multiply the both fractions, then the product will be 1. Well, let's dividing two fractions. To divide two fractions, you have to multiply the divided number by the reciprocal of the divisor. For example, 1 over 2 divided by 2 over 3. You have to multiply 1 over 2 and 3 over 2, where 3 over 2 is the reciprocal of 2 over 3. And the quotient of this division is 3 over 4. If you want to divide fraction and whole number, then do the same thing like in multiplication before, and do the division operation of fractions. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you on the next video.